Mental health is for me everything that has to be within the emotions, stress, different traumas that we carry from childhood sometimes that we don't get to clear in our lives or develop to a positive stage.
It means being able to process all your thoughts and not having to worry in a very calm manner.
We each have a state of being where we are emotionally and behaviorally healthy to overcome barriers and live a good quality of life.
Someone who is stable, like in terms of their mood and their functioning.
Mental health is the psychological state of someone who is functioning at a satisfactory level of emotional and behavioral adjustment.
The anxiety that I have has to do with the problems that I suffer as being a Latina.
Latinos are identified as a high-risk group for depression, anxiety, and substance abuse.
There's different traumas that women have carried for so many years. It has been a lot of mental abuse, a lot of physical abuse.
Stress, depression, anxiety.
I feel like my heart's gonna come out of my chest. I feel like my throat gets closed and I feel like my tongue gets swollen. I feel like my head's really big and lightheaded and I feel really weak. I can't even get up sometimes. It's a really ugly feeling.
It can also lead to substance and alcohol abuse.
Prevalence of depression is higher in Latino women than Latino men.
Gender plays a big role, especially in Latino culture.
There's different expectations just based on your gender.
Part of our culture, males are kind of raised to be men and macho and don't show your emotion.
I know it's something I'm just saying and something you just probably heard in the past, like boys don't cry, but they still say that. And it comes a lot from Latino fathers that, tough it up, you're a man, you're a boy, you deal with it.
Latinas don't want to be viewed as loca for receiving treatment or medication.
In most cultures, there isn't even a language for mental health illnesses.
It is on our veins to think that it is our culture to live like this, that our grandmas live like that, our mothers live like that, and we have to live like this, and we pass it on to our kids.
For Latina women who are grown or who are raised in an environment where machismo rules, I think it's a big thing for them to actually step out of that circle.
And you think that people are gonna judge you, you think that you're a bad person for it, and you think that no one's gonna understand you. But in reality, everyone goes through it.
A national survey revealed that 1% out of 596 licensed psychologists identified themselves as Latino.
There are very few Spanish-speaking therapists, period.
There's only 2 of us, I think, or 3 of us that speak Spanish here, and the demand is high. And the demand's high for a lot of cultures, but more so for Latinos.
If our community does not have access to the internet or does not have a computer, how can we tell them to go look on a website that is probably in English and doesn't have Spanish?
As the Latino population increases, efforts to ensure that Latino families receive mental health care becomes increasingly important.
Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be ashamed of it. Because if you probably are in this situation, I'm sure there's other people who are.
Most people can benefit from mental health support, and it's not just for the stereotypical that the media has.
I think that the main challenge in our group is being able to speak about it. It's up to you, however you want to deal with it.
So I think it's everyone's job in the community, I guess, to share those information. Doing more outreach and explaining, to people, this is what's available to them.
We are all capable of doing many things that can help the community, and that when we work together, we make a change.
And my mom always told me this, that sometimes in life you just have to make choices, and sometimes they're not the ones you want, but are the ones you need.